What's going on, everyone? Anthony Maslone here. Welcome back to the channel. And in today's very video, we're going to discuss whether dropshipping is dead in 2019 or not, and exactly how you can adjust to make sure that you're still succeeding. So without any further ado, cue the intro and let's get started. So recently, in the first episode of the Ecom Dudes podcast that I did with Dan Da Silva, we discussed a few different really interesting topics, one of them being whether dropshipping is dead or not. So if you want to ask me if dropshipping is dead in 2019, let's cut to the podcast real quick and let me give you my prompt answer.
So, is dropshipping dead?
No.
Pull the magic conch. No.
No.
So clearly my answer is absolutely not. Dropshipping is not dead in 2019. And in this very video, I'm going to talk to you guys exactly about 5 very important ways to make sure that you are in fact succeeding. Because dropshipping isn't necessarily dead by any means, but it is in fact changing extremely quick. So with that being said, you have to adjust to these sorts of changes that are happening in the marketplace with higher competition, tougher Facebook ad CPMs, and making sure that you're doing everything that you can in your power to stay in the green. A lot of people that were just getting by with dropshipping, not really treating it as a business, but more so as a hobby, are now going ahead and facing a really rough time to go ahead and stay profitable because they were getting by just by simply half-assing the entire process. So we're going to go into my computer in just a second. I want to walk you guys through 5 very important and pivotal tips to make sure that you are in fact ready to succeed more so than anything else with dropshipping this year in 2019. So let's go ahead and dive into my computer right now. All right, guys, we're now inside of my computer, so let's go ahead and break down my 5 pivotal tips to successfully dropship in 2019, all right? So the first one that I want to talk to you guys about is creative marketing angles, all right? A lot of people are going out there and just throwing up whatever they think is plausible or whatever they think is best suitable as a marketer, but at the end of the day, that's not really what the consumer is looking for or what is actually going to work. So what you really need to do more than anything else is be able to approach your consumers in a different way than everyone else and not have your ads just fall through with the rest of the bunch that are simply just not doing enough to get by. You want to try to go ahead and reverse engineer ads that you can tell are working. One of these ways to go ahead and do that is if you were to look at an ad on Facebook and you see that, they've received, 500,000 or a few million views on a certain video ad, clearly that ad's been running for a significant amount of time and people wouldn't let that run for that long if it wasn't profitable. So that's one way to go ahead and check things out. And if there's a bit.ly link in that very description, all you have to do is literally add a plus sign just like that. So all you want to do is copy that bit.ly link, throw it into your browser URL bar, add a plus sign to the end, and then you can see exactly how many clicks that bit.ly link is getting. So whoever's using bit.ly, you can simply spy on them with absolute ease. So you want to go ahead and see things that are working and then put your own twist on it to go ahead and kind of disrupt the marketplace. But what you want to try to do to the best of your abilities is try to differentiate yourself and your products and find those winning products that people want and put a different twist onto those creatives to make sure that you're capturing people, stopping the scroll, and getting them interested into that specific product. So the second bullet point that we're going to discuss is actually very closely related to the first one, but it's truly just understanding your customer, okay? So you want to try to sell to your customers and hit their pain points. So what I mean by that is simply realizing, why would someone purchase this product? Why is someone going to go out there and spend an extra $60 on a specific pillow? You're going to try to solve their problems with that specific product, saying you're going to get a better night's sleep, you're going to feel better than ever in the morning, you're going to reduce your brain fog, stuff like that that's going to allow you to really focus and hone in on what your customers are really looking for out of these specific products, and rather the benefits rather than the features. Nobody cares it's made of 100 GSM, microfiber, and that's what makes it so soft. It's selling the sizzle, not the steak. What's actually going to compel people to purchase a specific product rather than just going to the store and buying what they're used to or staying loyal to a specific brand that they're already familiar with. Now, most of the time, if you're a brand new dropshipping brand or a brand new store that you just went ahead and opened and started to try to build this brand presence, people aren't necessarily familiar with your brand. So you're trying to build that brand awareness, trying to build that trust. And when you're focusing on benefits rather than features and perfect selling points and focusing on the pain points to actually get that sale closed, is how you can go ahead and start building that trust, overcome those objections of why people wouldn't typically purchase your products, and then moving forward into actually acquiring those customers. Okay, guys? So you want to really understand your customers, and there's a few different ways that you can do this is simply by going ahead and taking some time to really dive into your niche. If you're not already fully familiar or well versed into the specific products that you're selling, go ahead and look at related websites about your products. Look at your competitors. Look at Facebook pages. Look at blog posts. Look at videos on YouTube so you can get a better understanding of what you're selling. If you don't really comprehend exactly what you're trying to sell, it's going to be much harder for you to write ad copy and write a compelling description on your product page to really close the sale on those customers. So at the end of the day, in layman's terms, what I want you guys to do is spend some more time really recognizing what you're selling and how you can go ahead and relate to your potential customer to actually turn them, rather than just prospects, into real sales. Okay, guys? So understanding your customers is super important to really start making sales in 2019, because a half-assed Facebook ad is really not going to get the job done for you like it could have 2 years ago, when there were a lot less competition and advertisers out there trying to steal those customers from you. So you want to understand your customers at the end of the day. Super, super important. Moving on to number 3, I want to let you guys know that this is super important, and you want to leverage your data, okay? Now, by your data, I'm talking about everything that's going on in your Facebook ads manager, all right? So whether you're running a video ad or you're running a still image ad, what you want to do is really look at the data. And now this goes for so many different components of your actual advertisement, whether it be the specific countries that are really resonating with your advertisement, the specific age ranges, or the different type of creative. You want to go ahead and really dive into the data. So for example, if you have a minute-long video ad, you want to see how many people are actually watching over 50% of that video ad or 25% of that video ad. How many people are sticking through 10 seconds and then leaving that specific ad itself. This is stuff that is super important, and you want to know exactly how your ads are performing on a much deeper level, rather than just on the outside layers that you first see, in those preset Facebook result columns. There's so much more to your actual campaigns and your ad sets than what Facebook gives you on the surface. You really have to dive in there, create a custom preset, and look at all of the different performance KPIs or key performance indicators that are really going to tell you what your ads are doing, and then going off of that, creating lookalike audiences off of everything possible, whether it be site visitors, whether it be video viewers, whether it be people that engage with your specific advertisements. This is all stuff that is going to help you more so than anything else. And piggybacking off of that work that Facebook does to collect that data for you, and the investment that you put into their advertising platform must be fully purposed throughout your business. Otherwise, you're going to fall flat on your face and fail in 2019. Maybe a couple years ago, you could have gotten away with just nothing but bare bones interest targeting, but not anymore. There are too many advertisers that are leveraging the data and getting really good at what they do, allowing the people that are just getting by to not really be participating in the market as well as they used to be. So with that being said, leverage your data, build lookalike audiences, and make sure that you're going ahead and targeting people through Facebook's algorithm with the data that they're giving you, and building out those lookalike audiences that are going to help you tremendously when it comes to actually making those sales. All right, guys? So moving on to number 4, what I want to talk to you guys about is quality products. All right, guys? Now, this is stuff that's going to provide you more longevity. Now, it's one thing to go ahead and get through these 3 hurdles as is, but if you're delivering a product that is always coming in broken or damaged or really poor quality, your returning customer rate is going to go down to the ground. And if not, it's going to be 0, because people aren't going to trust buying from your brand again if they don't even request a refund from that specific initial purchase that they had originally made from you. So you want to go ahead and order samples of the products that you're about to sell yourself, see what the shipping times are like, see what the packaging is like, and see if the quality is actually half decent, guys. Because when it comes to building out a longer term brand that's going to last more than 3 months or 6 months, and maybe hopefully even surpass 2019 if you scale things properly and give it an awesome product and service, then at the end of the day, that's going to provide you the best chance for longevity and actually making long-term money, and more so treating Shopify as a true business as it should be, rather than just a hobby. All right. So moving on to number 5. 4 is pretty straightforward. That stuff that's, pretty much bread and butter when it comes to keeping customers happy. And another thing that ties directly into that is providing good support. If people purchase from you and they don't hear from you for an extremely long time, there's going to be second thoughts going through their mind. And that's why I focused on things such as post-purchase processes in one of my previous videos. If you didn't see that one, it's super, super important, and you should definitely go check it out, because this is how you go ahead and actually build that relationship with your customer. This is your one leg up from people selling on Amazon, living off of one-time sales. You actually have the ability to go ahead and build a true relationship with these people that are purchasing from you, and you build a connection and have the ability to sell to them in the future, all right? And now this also ties in with providing good customer support. When people ask for their tracking number or the status of their order, if you give them no response, and it's like they're simply talking to a wall when they send in those inquiry emails, then they're simply not going to trust you in the future. Even if they get their product, there's a good chance that they're not going to be as happy because they didn't get quality customer support. There are countless websites that focus heavily on customer support to make sure that their customers are always satisfied and always up to date with exactly whatever they just ordered. All considered, they just spent money on your website and gave you their credit card information. They want to feel comfortable. They want to trust you. Providing good customer support is something that is extremely underrated and something that is definitely going to be worth the investment, whether you go ahead and hire a VA for anywhere from $8 to $10 an hour off of Upwork, or go in the trenches and do it yourself, or hire a friend or a family member, whoever it may be, to keep your customers happy and keep in touch with them so you can continue to build that relationship. And now doing these 5 things in unison is what's going to allow you to go ahead and successfully dropship in 2019. Now, of course, there are tons of other components and stuff that we're going to dive into on this very channel, but this is what I wanted to give you guys in this very video. I hope I was able to sum up these points and give you guys some serious value in regards to how to actually become an effective dropshipper and build a serious brand in 2019, rather than just make a quick $500 or $1,000 that's really not going to get you anywhere or last very long. So with that being said, guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you're thinking. Go ahead, drop a comment down below if you want to see something new in the future out of this very channel, or new topics of discussion. I'm totally open to your feedback and stuff that you guys want to see out of this very channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.